Doink. Doink. Doink.
Out of here by now, but it seems like a little late in moving out. Is it like a slow moving system?
Yeah. Gosh, Jonathan, that makes me wonder if we should anticipate even more accumulation, or if you think that that's a sign that this storm isn't as bad as one might have thought.
Alarming way, and I think if we're not careful, there will be people who have been out and about for the better part of the day, or who haven't seen snow, or perhaps because they haven't seen snow, they think the coast is clear. And I want to say, pump your brakes, hold your horses, because if this continues to be like this over the next 2 to 3 hours, we're likely going to end up getting closer to an inch of accumulation that we thought we were probably outside the window of.
So, John, hold on 1 second. If we could, and I don't know if they can do this, pull up the camera that shows the Lenox Road, Georgia 400 corridor, the traffic camera in Buckhead.
Looks like Alex is on it right now. Appreciate this all hands on deck situation.
Yeah, but the reason I asked, Jonathan, I'm going to come back to it, is, you know, you guys keep talking. There's the interchange right there. Like 10 minutes ago is really, really snowy. Doesn't look too bad right now, but as you say, these are fast-moving bands of snow that can suddenly start accumulating on the roadway there. Thankfully, it doesn't look like nearly anybody is out on the roads right now. But is there a story tomorrow where up in the further reaches of Gwinnett and some of those outlying counties where they have significant amounts of snow and precipitation on the ground and the temperatures take a dive? Is there a story out there tomorrow where people are going to have to be super duper careful out on the roadways because there's going to be a ton of frozen precip left behind?
It's going to actually be a factor of human interaction. So there are certain areas, and I think Tara Tabor really showed this well in one of her live hits, I believe it was, where there's slush that's being created as a result of people trudging through snow on the roadways. And those are going to be the icier areas where you've had friction or interaction with that snowfall that was actually on a surface. Those are the trickier spots because that turns to liquid sometimes because of the friction, and oftentimes it will refreeze, and that creates a better sheet of ice than just snow that is sitting there on the ground for, you know, hours at a time. So it will be the areas that have already been trod, the areas that people thought were okay, that end up, you know, leading to some other issues. Now this is North Fulton County, taking you up past Alpharetta. This would be getting closer to the Alpharetta, or excuse me, the Fulton Forsyth County line, McFarland Parkway, State Route 400 there, moving northbound, and this is pretty significant there. And it looks like I think this may be a freeze frame here, but it looks like there's some vehicles there. I'm not sure if they're disabled though, but you can see here road conditions deteriorating quickly. So this is just to the north of the Fulton Forsyth line in Forsyth County at McFarland Parkway. Alex, what are you saying?
I was going to jump in, actually, Jonathan, if you don't mind. Yeah. What I appreciate about this platform is that we're able to answer people's questions in real time. Yeah. So I appreciate that you have been able to talk about some of our coworkers' commute, what we're going to go out there and experience shortly. But some people are asking specifically about Rome and Athens. So we've got a question coming from TJ Theo 3584, who must not have been able to see some of what Miles Garrett was showing us in the past hour of the conditions there. So they specifically want to know if they can make it from Athens to Rome for an event. And I feel like Miles's live shot was really telling, but what are you able to show to address that specific question?
Athens to Rome, Athens, Georgia to Rome, Georgia, I wouldn't try it today. I'm just going to be blatantly honest with you. There are too many secondary roads between Athens and Rome. Rob DiRienzo has been trying to make his way into Athens and really got stuck there in Gwinnett County. What you're looking at here is another radar that we have to work with here. But if you were to get on 29 or 78 for that matter, 29 or 78, no matter how you want to get, those are your two options to get to 85 or to get into the Atlanta metro area from Athens, from Clark County. Clark, Oconee counties. If you need to get out, you could possibly take 129 that takes you up to Jefferson and 85 there, but it's really 29 or 78. That's the only way out. And you're going to run into issues in Barrow County. There's Winder there, maybe not in Winder proper. If you take a trip through Walton County, that's not going to work because once again, and keep in mind, while we do treat these roads like they're interstates, these are highways, and so they work to keep them clear, but they will also collect precipitation or accumulation much faster than other roads. Guys?
All right. A lot of people talking about the airport and getting in and out of Hartsfield-Jackson. Is this the kind of weather that inhibits air travel? Or, I mean, we know that planes can take off and land in the snow, certainly. I haven't heard of, like, significant delays, but a lot of people on our chat wondering about the airport.
Yeah, with the temperature continuing to go down, I don't think there will be so many issues in terms of the tarmac because Alex and I have been looking at that, and here's a live lookout right now. But what you're going to find with the temperature being at some 23 degrees right now in Atlanta is the de-icing factor. And de-icing is something that it happens faster. You guys know this. You've been in Boston and Chicago. They can de-ice a plane there quickly. Here in Atlanta, we don't de-ice planes so quickly. Yeah. So for your afternoon, late afternoon, and evening flights, I don't think they're going to be in exact peril because of the current weather situation in terms of the atmosphere. But with the temperature dropping and there being precip out there, they're going to have to likely start their de-icing efforts, and that just creates delays. That's as simply as I can possibly put it, that will be the attendant issue until there are issues on the tarmac. And it looks like, at this present moment that there is no accumulation sticking there. But you have to consider where you're flying to. If you're trying to fly into the Carolinas, forget it. No-go for today.
Yeah. We've seen planes coming in and out, so it looks like things are running there. Okay, Jonathan, thanks. Our winter weather continues now. I want to bring you up to Gainesville.
Yeah, Tara Jabor has been showing us the conditions there. At last check, they were quite slushy. Is the snow still falling significantly where you are?
But it's a lot less than what we were seeing about an hour ago. This is Jesse Jewell Parkway over here, and as you can see, the roads, they look pretty good right now. They are a lot clearer than what we showed you.
Yeah, we just saw one of the plows move behind you. Give us your cross street again on the main drag there where you are.
Yeah, this is Jesse Jewell Parkway right here. And then the parkway that crosses this is Queen City Parkway. So this is a really busy part of Gainesville. There's a lot of shops and restaurants and stores that are right off of this. If you go about a half mile down Jesse Jewell Parkway, that's the more downtown area of Gainesville.
A very heavily trafficked area, which sometimes can help in this situation. When you're getting the tires, all that traction on the roadway, it can help get rid of some of that precip that accumulated there. So Tara Jabor, we appreciate you being our eyes, and we will check back in with you soon. Thanks. We do want to focus our attention now on Gwinnett County, that has really just been the snow blanket of the afternoon. I'm curious to see if the snow is still falling.
Conditions have been pretty bad there. Let's get out to Annie Mapp, who is all bundled up. Scarf now, Annie, wrapped around you. Looks as bad now as it was when we last checked in with you.
Shaking her head no.
It is. Brrr, I'm freezing. It's way colder than when we spoke to you. I think about an hour or so ago. It's way, way colder. The snow is still falling sideways, and we have started to see a little bit more activity on the roads. We're in Buford off Mall of Georgia Boulevard, and you can see people still traveling, kind of moving a little slow. But Gwinnett County officials have been asking people to avoid the roads if they can, just because there have been so many accidents already reported today. Some of those, of course, with injuries as well. So they are really trying to keep everyone safe. Right now, the current update with crashes is I-85 in Gravel Springs is shut down. You're told to avoid that area. Also, I-985.
Yeah, take a look outside, guys.
Warm. Not getting snow.
Go see if you can
can
connect
see it.
it.
Yeah, you can see it from the window.
Yeah. Annie, thank you.
We will find one, trust.
Google Maps it. Annie, thanks. Been getting a ton of new videos and pictures. They've been fun to watch.
Certainly have. Okay, Paul, don't let us down now.
Got you. They keep coming. Here's what I want, though, you guys. I think one of our viewers needs to go take Annie Mapp a delivery from Waffle House, film it, and then send it to us so we can show it here as a viewer
I like
picture.
the way you
okay?
think.
We need a pick-me-up for Annie Mapp. She looks miserable out there, so please bring a girl some Waffle House, all right? I wanted to start with this because I thought this was so lovely. So Ruby sent this in. This is out of Grayson, and she says, even the snow didn't stop him from getting his citizenship, and he's waving his flag. So congratulations. I'm
going to find that you're going to have some grassy surfaces that end up with some accumulation within short order. Once again, this is like we're kind of seeing a re-amping up of the activity, especially as the swath slides down into South Gwinnett County. We hadn't heard a lot from folks from Snellville to Norcross, even Duluth and Peachtree Corners. You hadn't really got in on what your neighbors have gotten in on from Lawrenceville to the north. Now is your opportunity, and that opportunity extends down through DeKalb County, going out into Rockdale, making your way further out 20, also for Walton County, and we will even throw Morgan County in the mix as basically these two bands are just kind of clustering together. We call this a convergence zone, if you will, and that's where we can see some pretty solid snow bursts over the next, I'd say, hour to hour and a half. I'm going to walk you through the timing of all of this, especially as we approach the 2 o'clock hour.
Hi, Jonathan, thanks. And we want to thank you for streaming with us here on Fox Local. This has been a fun few hours seeing what's happening across the area. I'm Tom Haynes.
And I'm Alex Whitler. Hopefully you got your questions answered. If not, please don't hesitate to leave us comments in the chat. We've got more for you coming your way right after this.
The forecast is indeed lining up.
The second weekend in a row for Gwinnett, Jonathan, getting kind of the brunt of the storm. Did they really fully recover from last weekend as far as like melting and getting some of the ice?
And the atmospheric opportunities were definitely there. We've warmed up enough, although I don't think anybody has felt warmth to any degree across the area, but they were able to get rid of those conditions. You know, hard-hit White, Habersham counties, they still had impacts as late as Friday, but they were likely antecedent impacts, meaning power outages and things like that. There weren't actually icy spots on the road before this next system moved in. However, you know, people can't seem to catch their breath, especially if you're to the north and to the east of the Atlanta metro area. It's just kind of one system after another one. And if you get the right meteorologist to talk to you, they'll say that we're not done yet.
Oh, is that like hint, like Mother Nature might have another?
There's an old song that used to be sang in the church, and it's saying, "Lord, teach me to take it one day at a time." I do a 7-day forecast, and I stop it right there. Meteorologist Alex Forbes, he's a big long-term guy, and he'll show you things that will freak you out for the month of February. I'm just going to be honest.
Oh boy, one day at a time, sweet Jesus.
That's all I'm asking of you. Yes.
And this is why we have the best Fox 5 Storm Team meteorologists in the business working here. Jonathan, Alex, David Chanley. You guys are going to stay on top of it and keep everyone updated throughout the storm and through the next one, possibly.
Yeah. Thanks, Jonathan. Wink, wink.
And we have been receiving a lot of new video and pictures coming into the Fox 5 newsroom from viewers like you.
Yeah, this is fun. Good Day's Paul Milliken has been combing through all those images.
I can't keep up.
Yeah, and it's a lot, right?